Stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of
Under
America.
God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
Oh my goodness.
Why are they just shaking it? Today is National Relaxation Day.
Your lunch options for today will include chicken soft tacos.
Sides are assorted fresh fruit and vegetables.
In national news, elephants rarely get cancer, but this is important because the cells that are in an elephant can be made in medicine. That can be great for injuries.
For the second story for today is Papa John's sales have dropped by a lot after Papa John's CEO and chairman said a racial slur during conference call with a marketing firm earlier this year. Workers are trying to help bring sales up. Here's a video with more information.
Don.
I'm John Schnatter, Papa John, and I'm a pizza maker.
John Schnatter, the pizza chain's founder, stepped down as the company's chairman just hours after apologizing for using a racial slur in a role-playing exercise with a marketing agency.
Papa John's Pizza is now apologizing and admitting that a report he used the N-word on a conference call back in May is true.
It was the latest PR snafu for Schnatter, who also blamed football players' national anthem protests for weak sales in 2017. The NFL and Papa John's ended their sponsorship deal soon after, and the NFL subsequently named Pizza Hut as its new pizza sponsor. So what's next for Papa John's? It has to figure out how to get customers to start ordering more of its pizza again. Sales fell in the first quarter of 2018, and analysts are predicting that both revenue and profits will continue to drop for the remainder of the year. Meanwhile, Pizza Hut, owned by KFC and Taco Bell parent Yum Brands, has enjoyed a sales turnaround lately. And Domino's is on fire. Domino's has embraced mobile technology, allowing people to tweet emojis and use Facebook's Messenger to order pies. Millennials love that, and so does Wall Street. Domino's has posted strong gains in sales and profits, and the stock is near a record high. Shares of Papa John's, on the other hand, have lost more than a third of their value in the last year. So Papa John's will need to find a way to convince skeptical consumers and investors that the better ingredients Schnatter was always talking about are still a good reason to buy the pizza and its stock, and it will need to do so without Papa John himself.
One more story for the day is a section of the Morandi Bridge or the Postvera Viaduct collapsed yesterday in Genoa, Italy. It is unclear why the bridge collapsed. The bridge cost the lives of 35 people. The mayor of the city says it was totally unexpected that it was going to collapse.
Now to Cordion with the sports and weather.
Thank you, Anchors. Don't forget to sign up online to check the activity bus home after practice if you're an athlete. Last night, the boys and girls soccer team started their season. Unfortunately, the boys soccer team lost last night, but the girls team won 10-0. Great job. Tomorrow, the 7th grade football will have its first game at home, starting at 5:15. Cross country will have a meet at home, starting at 5:15, and volleyball also plays on the 16th. Today will be a high of 79 degrees and an 84 chance of rain today. Now back to our anchors.
Thanks, Cordion.
Don't forget you can still be part of the VEX IQ Club that starts in September. See Ms. Miller for further information.
Club sponsors, if you would like BTV to announce your club, please email Ms. Trotter the information.
It is not too late to join choir. If you really like music and singing, then you should consider joining choir.
The celebrity birthday for today is rapper Chief Keef.
Our random fact of the day is that there are 293 ways to make change for the U.S. dollar.
Now to Mr. Harsha with the rest of your morning announcements.
Have a great day, Bruins.
Good morning, Bruins. Only announcement I have this morning is about student IDs. Your college prep teacher should have passed out to you your temporary school ID on a black lanyard. That is the one ID that you are going to get, and we need students to make sure that they don't lose that ID. we have a number of guest teachers in the building. We have some teachers out for some professional development today. So I would ask teachers, if you get a minute this morning, please check on your neighbor classroom. And if there is a sub in there, let's try to make sure that those students get their IDs. Students, don't panic if you didn't get your ID this morning. Teachers have been asked by counselors and Mr. Smith to email the names of students who do not have an ID. Please, teachers, do not send students down to student services. We will have a line out the office. Let's not do that. If you would please just send the name and grade of the student in your college prep class that does not have an ID to our counselors. They will get those printed up and we'll deliver those later today to students in class. So please make sure we get that done. Now, let's talk about the why of those IDs. Guys, there's a large number of reasons there are a significant number of reasons that we have for wearing those IDs. The number one, first and foremost, is safety. These are to be worn on your person. I have asked all students in the building and all staff in one way or another should also have their ID. I wear mine on this retractable cord every day so that I am identified as an MSDLT employee and a Belzer employee. So teachers, we need to make sure that we're doing that, and also students, it is for safety that I know you are a Belzer student. Students, you're also going to need this ID if you're going to take advantage of some of the opportunities here at school. Number one, you're going to be able to now walk up in lunch and simply scan that barcode on the machine at lunch, and it will speed up the process. Instead of you having to give the lunch ladies your name or type in your number, you simply scan your badge and go. Second thing is that we have a tardy system here at Belzer, and we also have some scanners as part of that process that will also keep you quickly scanned in and on your way back to class. And then lastly, guys, as I mentioned, this is just a way for us to identify you. Teachers should not be allowing students to go out to the restroom, to their locker, wherever it is they need to go if they don't have their ID. I have asked our administrators, counselors, admin assistants, PSOs to stop anyone in the hallway that they see and make sure that they're able to identify themselves as a Belzer student with their ID. If they don't have that ID, that student will be escorted back either to the office to identify who they are or back to the classroom that they came from. Students should not be outside of a classroom at any time without their ID. Guys, there are also going to be other events this year that your ID is going to be required for, such as attending the Lawrence Central football games. They absolutely will not let students in without that ID, so make sure that you hold on to this ID. A lot of students have been asking already this morning, what about my picture? There's not a picture on it like this one. And I want you to know that when we have our picture day, which is in September here at Belzer, every single student in the building will get a brand new ID. It will have that same barcode on it, but it also will include your picture. So for now, this is your temporary ID. I want everybody in the building to get in the habit of wearing it. Teachers, I want you to help me monitor that. Maybe give some of our positive notes to kids that are being responsible, or give them some supportive comments. And then, of course, students that are not wearing theirs, make sure you let us know. We'll get them a new one or have conversations, because all students should have that ID on them and visible at all times. So, sorry that was a mouthful, but I wanted to make sure everybody understood why we're doing IDs and the importance of them. So, students, I expect to see all of you wearing those IDs around the building starting today. Have a great day.